In this video, we're going to break down setting up rules for categorizing imported transactions and future transactions. Then when a transaction comes into your One Goal Finance app, it can categorize the spending for you. Trust me, the more we can do to simplify your finances, the easier it'll be to stay up to date on your spending plan. I'll also show you how to recategorize transactions if you need to. So let's jump in. First off, when you open up the app, go to your transactions. You can do that by hitting these top left 3 lines and then tapping on all transactions. Now, if you haven't ever categorized transactions before, you can do that straight from here. You can just tap on an uncategorized transaction like this one. Pick a category. In this case, it's for travel. So I go to savings, travel, and then tap save. Now when I tap save, it's going to take it out of my needs review tab up at the top. But what if you want to make categorizing transactions easier? Well, you can do it with rules. When you set up One Goal for the first time, it'll actually ask you if you want to automatically set up a spending plan. If you choose yes, it'll analyze your spending and create rules for current and future transactions. That's what I did. So let's go to the 3 bars on the top left, tap on settings here in the middle, then tap rules towards the bottom. Now when One Goal creates your spending plan, it'll actually create a lot of rules. For simplicity's sake, I deleted most of mine so that I could show you 2 in particular. The first one is groceries. If I tap on it, it'll show me the name at the top along with the condition it uses to find the grocery transactions. It'll mostly set up rules based on labels the bank uses for each transaction. That's why the condition shows as category from bank, and the category is groceries. The rule then says assign transactions that are labeled as groceries by the bank into the groceries category of your spending plan. That's what this is. Now, if we go back, we can test the rule by tapping here. One Goal then brings up all the transactions that I've recently made at grocery stores, and it's automatically put all of these transactions into the groceries category of my spending plan. Testing the rule is a great way of ensuring that transactions were categorized properly. The only thing is sometimes transactions are technically categorized properly, like this Walmart one, but you may want to actually put it into a different category. This Walmart transaction was for some July 4th party supplies. Yeah, they were tiny fireworks. So let's choose the category, maybe pick entertainment. Tap save, and now that transaction has been recategorized. Now, if we scroll around, we may be able to find other transactions that need to be recategorized too. This one at the top is from the merchant Friendship Food Stores. It's actually a convenience store with a gas station where I fueled up my car. So I'll just tap on category, go down to gas, and then save. Ta-da! Okay, let's go back. Now, if we tap save on this rule, it'll take us back to the other rules. Now, One Goal is going to use bank designations for other rules too. Let's tap on gas and check it out. First thing I notice is the rule is set up almost the exact same way as the groceries rule, except the bank designation is gas, and it also gets categorized into the gas category. Let's test the rule. After I review it, everything looks good to go. The only thing is that friendship transaction was in groceries and then I recategorized it into gas. I want all future transactions from friendship to go into gas, not groceries. So what I'm gonna do is go back, add a condition, change it to matches any, then I'll change the condition from category to name and leave it on contains. Then I'll just type in friendship. Now, if we test the rule, it should pull transactions that the bank designates as gas, and it should pull friendship transactions and also classify them as gas. Now, if we tap on test rule, now at the top is the friendship transaction we already recategorized as gas, but I happen to know there are a couple other friendship transactions in here. So we're gonna scroll down, select 2 friendship transactions and tap recategorize. Now both of them moved from groceries into gas. Now, if we go back, we can tap save because now we know that the rule works the way that we want it to work. Perfect. Now we have 2 rules. The first one is groceries, the second one is gas. But here at the top, the second sentence says rules run in the order listed below. The problem is we want to make sure that all future friendship transactions get categorized as gas before One Goal categorizes all the grocery transactions. That's where the rule order comes in. You can do it easily by tapping reorder at the top right of the rules, then drag gas into the number 1 position before tapping done. Bingo! Now One Goal will correctly classify friendship transactions as gas before it gets to classifying grocery transactions. Last thing you need to know is this: you can actually create rules yourself if there isn't a rule for certain transactions that you have. And it's easy. Just tap the plus at the top right, name it. In this case, we'll do subscriptions. Now we'll leave the condition as name and contains, and we'll type in Netflix. Let's add one more condition with name and contains, where it can match any of the conditions. Now, if we type in Hulu, Let's scroll down, choose a category of, let's say, digital services, and tap test rule. Ta-da! Now all Netflix and Hulu transactions show up. OneGoal already put them in some other categories, but for the sake of this, we're going to select all and categorize for transactions all into digital services. Now let's go back, save the rule. Now we have 3 rules. I should note that even if OneGoal is automatically following your rules to categorize transactions, they'll still show up in your needs review, and then you can just take a look at it and make sure that it's correct. Now Kroger has fuel and groceries, so all I have to do is tap this. Under merchant is Kroger fuel. So tap save and it's reviewed. If you know a transaction fits into a category it's already put it into, then all you have to do is tap mark reviewed. Rules are super helpful when you're creating a spending plan. The good news is OneGoal can do most of the heavy lifting by creating those rules automatically. All you have to do is play around with the rules to fine tune your spending plan, and it'll make tracking your finances way easier. And that's rules.